Yeah. Um, thank you. Good to have you on the show. I want to thank you. See, hopefully. Yeah, yeah. Good for it's coming out. It's coming out. I want to thank you guys for joining. This is still doing some work, but have to stop working now and come straight for broadcast because I know it's very important for us to discuss. Thank you all. Today is Monday, the first working day of the month of the week of the last week of October 2023. Today is 23rd of October 2023. We're getting closer to the rounding of this year, getting closer. And we're still looking, we're still waiting for those people who said they're going to give us BIAFRA by the end of this year. We're waiting for them to give us report on how far they have gone. Thank you all. I want to appreciate you for joining. This is Biafra Global Network. It is 8 minutes past 5 p.m. Biafra time. We didn't start on time. We're supposed to start by 5 p.m. on the dot, but I was still busy trying to do some stuff and I had to stop them and to join in now. Good to have you. I want to appreciate you. Please, as you join in, like this video and share it on all your social media platforms so that people can begin to get the truth, at their doorstep. Very, very important that people believe. But before we go on, anyways, there are lots of things to talk about today. Lots of things to talk about. We already looking at this is the part 2 of the X-ray of the Autopilot referendum convention, and then also looking at the issue that China Sanworu began talking about on Radio Biafra, trying to expose those people who betrayed Mazi and Mikano and how much he was, how much he was sold for, you know, remember when Jesus came also, he was sold for 30 pieces, 30 pieces of silver. You know the story of Joseph in the Bible. Yes, Joseph in the Bible was also sold by his brother. So the selling of innocent people and people who have been destined to carry out an assignment in life has always been there. And betrayal of people who have been doing great things, who are called to do great things in life, has always been there. But how we deal with is what matters. How we deal with such kind of situation, very, very critical and very, very crucial. And that is why we are here to talk about it, to discuss it, and to rub mice. I want to let you know that you are free. For those of you, you know, who are, very, very, um, very conversant and very, very sensitive to what is happening, and of course the issue of the so-called referendum convention. You can make your submissions here on the comment section. I don't know what's happening. The comment section seems not to be working, so I have to refresh. Please pardon me. Let me refresh so I can have everything working well. Yeah, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you for holding on and hanging on. I wasn't seeing the comment section was locked, so I needed to refresh so that I would be able to see what you post. And we're expecting posts also from the e-frogs and the frustrated e-frogs to hear also. Thank you for joining. As I said, we are going to be looking critically at so many things today. We shall be looking at what is happening in Biafra land. We shall also be looking at today is Mind Surgery Show, and the Mind Surgery Show entails the fact that we have to look at critical things, and we look at critical things, and then we look at them analytically, and then access how we reason to be sure that we're doing the right thing and having to carry out the right activities based on the right thing we're doing. So today it is going to be and looking at some. There's a story coming, the story so far, but we're still watching the events and trying to see the developments to get the facts of the development. But I want to talk to you guys today. You see, the first thing I want to talk about here is the issue of oath. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm trying to get a particular video out so that we can use it for what we have to use it before the broadcasting proper. I mean proper. Or continue the broadcast proper, not improper. Sorry for that slip of brain. Now, I want to talk to those people who have engaged in a form of oath or the other in the Biafra project. Sometimes we don't understand why we go through the things we go through and the situation we put ourselves. Those of you who are betraying the cause of Biafra and who have taken oath, whether you took oath or not, you are under a spiritual bondage. You are in a serious mess, because if you have used the name of Biafra for any particular evil, make for yourself and to gather resources for yourself, you will face the consequences even to your fourth generation. You can't stop it. It's not something you can stop. It's not something you can avoid. It is not something that after doing it, you go and make some prayers and you think that after making the prayers, everything will just go and then that's the end. No, it won't work. But before we go on straight into this proper today, because I want us to look at continuing from where we stopped yesterday and talking about the analyzing or the x-raying of the Autopilot convention. I know that most of you have information that you want to give to us concerning your observation about that mirage called convention, referendum convention. You know, some of you have information, some of your observations, and what have you. Please post them on the comment section. But before we go on, I want to play this Mazi and his voice I played yesterday again, so that to set the pace for know what to or how to reason as we listen to this broadcast today. Please, as you join in, like this video, share on all your social media platforms. For those who have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to it right now. Just click the subscribe button and of course the notification button also, so that you can get the message once we are online. Remember, this is the truth channel, the channel where the truth, is expressed at all times. We don't patronize evil. We don't patronize this. We stand on the truth, what Mazi and Mekano stands for, and we preserve and conserve Mazi and Mekano stands for. That's what this channel is for. And whenever you come here, you definitely will get the truth. If you want to know the truth of anything happening in Biafra land, the truth concerning the movement for freedom, this is the channel you get it. This is where you're going to get it. This is where we look at things critically. We don't go being partisan. We don't go being biased. We go by critical reasoning and adjudging things, because that is what we do. God told Samuel, man looks on the outward appearance. So from the actions of people, we can tell what their mindset conveys or is carrying. But God looks in the heart. So God reveals these facts to us so that we can see the signs in the physical realm. How does God do that? God allows those people who have this evil in your heart to carry out or show some signs. That is why Jesus says something that these signs shall follow them that believe. You know, when you believe in a thing, there are signs you show. Because in the realm of believing just cannot be revealed. The realm of believing or what you believe in cannot be revealed until you begin to show signs of what you believe. So naturally, God has made it in a way that you will show the sign by your actions, by your behaviors. You must show sign of what you believe in, and that is basic. So that is what we're, we believe in, and we stand on what Chukwokike, has promised and what he's going to do and what he reveals to us. Now listen to this in particular video of Mazi Namikani, just 2 minutes plus, almost 3 minutes, and then we'll go straight into discussion today. Watch this.
And all of you, 200 million idiots, complete morons, you are there. You looking shitty like a bunch of white. In fact, a hyena is better than all of you. Why? Why do I even? Can you manage my makeup? If I want to interact, that's why I don't go to parties. I don't do anything. Because the way we reason is laughable. If I want to interact with her through Africans, I go to wildlife safari. At least if I see a zebra, a chimpanzee. Those are our true Africans. We can mingle together. Maybe I can understand them better. Because at least if they see danger, they can run. If you see danger and you keep embracing it, keep embracing it. Look at Imo State. How many people in Imo State? Over 5 million. Somebody came forth in an election. They pushed him to number 1. And everybody's just like this. Even some bishops want to go and congratulate him. Some people said, hey, don't touch him, he's our man. Hey, let's move him forward. These are black people. Very backward, useless. When they kill in America, you say, it's racism. Racism. You are a fool. That's not like racism. They are killing you because of your natural stupidity. By nature, you are stupid as a black person. Do you have running water? Without maybe solar charger and generator, will you be watching me now? Are you not ashamed of?
Sorry, there seemed to be a delay on that particular video. I think the restraint stuff is causing that delay. So let's go straight to the broadcast today. most of you, you know, watched, and some of you were in that particular program in Finland. And we are going first. We're continuing from where we stopped yesterday before we go into the issue of the $9 million sale of our leader. But before I go in straight into this discussion today, I want to tell those of you who are joining the so-called Biafra Liberation Army, you just want to kill yourself, because you are joining a team of saboteurs and criminals. You are joining a people that have sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you are a people that have betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So you better watch it, because some of you innocently, you don't know what is happening. You're just innocent. You just want to join the chorus. I posted something, on Facebook. I saw one guy who has made himself an e-frog now comment to my post to tell me that I should face my lane. That was yesterday. I said it's not important to call his name here, because he's irrelevant. We don't deal with people who are of double standard. They're not straightforward. They're looking for a way to make money. Some of you are in this thing, want to make money. Once they see that it is no more paying here, money has not come, start coming. They now want to dance to where the money is coming. He is one of those people that was brought then to the meeting we organized then, in which we invited Simon to come to the meeting to know why our men are not being fed. And he had information. He was one of those people Azuka was trying to kill. And of the men on ground, fed, hungry, the camp divided, everything scattered, always making voice notes everywhere, all over social media, especially on WhatsApp, always talking about how Simon has destroyed ESN and all of that, how Azuka, the other time Azuka planned to kill it, and Victor was making revelation. Azuka was asking, when Azuka was getting a particular person, a commander, if they have gotten his location. He was everywhere, and suddenly he feels to the side that it's raining, where going to be fixing to networking tables. So please bear with me in case it is fluctuating. Please bear with me. I don't know why it is that way. The network signal these days is something else for the past 2 months. But anyways, now he is now dancing towards Simon's. He say Simon is now his prime minister. He was the one who criticized the name prime minister. He was part of those who criticized. He's not the one who criticized. He's part of those who also criticized. He's also part of those who talked about how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, treason against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for anybody to give themselves titles when we are talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being in the dungeon. He was one of those who was talking and making posts and making voice notes. Now he is now critically in that camp. He's now singing the praise of Simon, because he even in fact he tried to market himself by telling Simon that if they he should give him weeks, he's going to deliver Abia State or Aba to Autopilot. And very funny and laughable. Anyways, our people are just gullible. They're always looking for opportunity to steal, and that is what they're looking for, opportunity to steal. They think Biafra project is to come in and look for how you're going to make money. Just get any opportunity and come to make money. That is what is killing our people. And how can we have such kind of mindset and then think that you're going to be free? You can't be free. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it. You can't be free. And anyways, even if you have that kind of mindset, you can't even stop the freedom from coming, because we have lots of people who are true, who are standing on the path of truth. So by them, God is going to bring the freedom, but you will suffer the consequences. You might still be available around and all of that, but with time, you're going to see the consequences coming on your head and the head of your family members. It's going to go to your 4th generation. Those of you who are moving around, all these thinking is how to make one business out of IPOB and get money. My God, I am talking to those of you now who have decided to join that his so-called Liberation Army after they have scattered ESN, they have stabilized ESN, and now they are creating that kind of platform because they want to have a group of people around them so that they could control them, not minding what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have sacrificed for rather than preserving what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sacrificed for, rather than preserving what he is in the dungeon because of, or because of why he is fighting this, rather than preserving that a notion of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering, they prefer to destroy it, cashing into the whole situation and destroying it, taking some of the men to form their own group, and all of that. There are lots of things happening in their camp, anyways, because you can't come and destroy what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has put together and think you're going to survive it. And I'm talking to those people, those young people who are thinking of joining the so-called Liberation Army and the so-called team of Simon and other people who have divided ESN. You better stay straight and calm. Stay put to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wait for him because he's going to be out very soon. Don't join these people. If you join, you are going to be sacrificed. Your life will go for it. You are going to suffer for it because you can't destroy what a just man has labored for and think that you are going to enjoy the loot. It's not possible. Some of you will ignorantly get into trouble and suffer the consequences. So we're telling you, you better be careful. Don't join in their shenanigans. Don't join them in what they're doing so that you can preserve yourself, so that you can get yourself secure, so that you don't get yourself into trouble, so that you don't become a victim, become a result of sacrifice. You know what result of sacrifice is. You know how results of sacrifice is. When you conduct a burnt offering, which is a sacrifice, you know the result. You know how it looks. So don't make yourself a burnt offering for those people who are busy other parts of the world and committing crime. Now, there is something again I saw on social media that I saw on Simon's platform. We have to search, we have to go watch this whole thing and see what they're doing. And he posted today, he said, now, for those of you who don't know, you now understand the reason why you have to fund what we're doing. Now, he have told you that the target is the money. It is not about you being free. It's about making you make believe. So all those shenanigans you saw on that party you saw at Finland is to make you believe that something is happening. So now, why would that be the basis of telling you that now you can see that you have no other reason than to support? Maybe I should look for it and read it, and maybe you can understand that submission, because to me it makes no sense. Why would you do a party and then you are telling people that now you now have to understand the reason why you have to support what you are doing? Do you need a party for people to believe? Do you need now? Listen to it. This Saturday, the liberation continues. I believe by now you have no reason not to support your own liberation from a terrorist. Now you see it. Your own liberation. They have made it now yours. Your own liberation. That means the party and all of that they are doing is because of you. So he says this Saturday, the liberation, and of course he puts Mazi Nnamdi. The strategy now, the branding now is to put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's face, on the stuff and put his face and call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, and then make himself a prime minister, and then put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then put himself there, and so that it will look like now no more ESN, picture, because they have stealthily, stylishly moved your mind away using ESN to raise funds until they were able to succeed in making and dragging you into believing what they're doing. And then now they have to now put it straight the way they want it to be. And little by little now, of course, there's no way they would have to remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's picture, because they need his picture to still sell the narrative, because they know that you are loyal to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everyone of us is loyal to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everyone of us are connected to him and believe in him strongly. So they know that. And so that is why they won't remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's face, or else it would have been his own face boldly put there. But anyways, to continue business and to strategically be in the position to collect you, they still have to put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's face. Now look at what he wrote. This Saturday, the liberation continues. I believe by now you have no reason not to support your own liberation from a terrorist, terrible and evil entity called Nigeria. This Saturday, be part of it. That means come and give money. So all those show you saw in Finland, and all those partying and all those things, all those shenanigans, all those movements, all those eating, all those pictures you see them posting on social media. I told you that after the party, all you will now see is distractions. Of course, the party is a distraction. To continue the story of the distraction, they will keep posting pictures every day, posting different kinds of pictures of them dancing, of what they did in that in that particular program, so that it will keep keeping you busy, your mind busy. Before you know it, it is December. You'll still be busy, and then they will showcase another thing. This year again, we're coming this time full force. We have prepared ourselves and done the party and prepared ourselves. So 2024, we are going all out strong. That's how they'll keep manipulating, deceiving, and turning you here and there until you would become, stupid, because you now look very stupid. Because definitely, that is when you will now realize that you have been defrauded. They are investing big time with your money, showcasing the little they can showcase with the little boys who are these ones who have committed themselves. These boys who are calling themselves members of Biafra Liberation Army, and being manipulated and deceived. And then they are showcasing those ones, and then you are being excited, jumping around and funding them continually and continuously because of what you are saying. So you must understand, those of you who are getting yourself connected to that particular narrative of Biafra Liberation Army, you better get yourself out of it. You better stay put in IPOB until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. Let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, and then let things be set aright. Let things be done aright. Let the stage be set. Let things be set. That is the only way you will know where you should stand. No, you can't know where you should. Some of you cannot know where you can stand now because of the confusion. Some of you don't understand or know how to decode or find out lies in the midst of the whole shenanigans. Some of you cannot even tell your left from your right. So the best way you can do it is to stay aloof. What it means to stay aloof is stay away from any of these groups until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out, so that you can be sure of what you're doing. Be sure of what you're doing. Stop funding them until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. If for 2 years they couldn't carry out actions with the funds you have been given to them, 2 years plus now, they couldn't carry out actions to ensure that they crumble the zoo so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free. They are all depending on the courts, including Simon. And when the court time is coming, and he will keep them carrying out different activities, committing atrocities in our communities, and then allowing the zoo military to come back to kill the community people. And then he's doing all of that stuff to make it look like it is his activities that will bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, because he believes that the only every court session might just give the opportunity for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be out. So the best thing to do is to carry out some actions during that period, so that in case Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out a particular time, based on that particular time or something, in case he comes out, then he will now link it to his action, that it is his action that is bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. So that is what you have to understand. It's tactical deception. It's one of the tactics of misleading people and keeping them under bondage. Deception. It is a very massive tactics utilized by emperors all over the nations of the world in time past. And of course, he might have understood it, he might have read about it, or he might have gotten information that it is part of what or knowing our people that they are gullible, and some of them don't even understand, reading the way people have been following things all this while. So he believes that, yes, just keep showcasing some stuff for them. They like what, they like action. So keep showing them action. They'll keep believing in you and making you feel that they are, they are, making them feel that they are, they are moving forward by your actions, and all of that. So you have to be careful. Those of you young boys in Biafra land, young girls in Biafra land, stay aloof, stay away. Don't get yours. Now that you are confused, you don't know if it is true or if it is not true, because some of you don't know how to know if you are being lied to or if you are being told the truth. The best way to stay away is not to fund them or to support them. The best way to stay safe is to stay away for now. If for 2 years plus, all the monies they have collected, they couldn't ground the economy of Nigeria. They couldn't cause things to happen. They couldn't stop oil exploration. They couldn't stop the barracks from functioning. They couldn't stop things from happening. They couldn't bring down a government house in Biafra land, and they couldn't do something massively to prove that they are actually wanting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. All they do is to throw away the pepper of people on the streets and burn the tricycles, the Okada of people on the streets, or all of this stuff on the street. If that is what they have been able to do all this while, that is enough sign to you that they are actually not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is all about using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name to carry out the atrocities that they are carrying out. And of course, you heard Chinas and Wuru talked about them, including Simon. All of them are part of those who shed. Anyway, because before I talk about Mazi Kanu and how much he was sold and the situation surrounding his selling, I might not go deep today about it. I'll just give a maybe from next time I come on Wednesday, tomorrow or next, I will be able to begin to go deeper, bringing out facts from all of these points. Let's get on to the issue of the convention. Yesterday, I was able to make you understand that every convention has a purpose. At a particular time, the purpose of convention or whatever you're doing, or every program you organize has a purpose or a reason for it, and the reason is only interpreted. I think my network is okay. The reason is only interpreted by the nature, by the nature of the by the nature of the level of that organization at that particular time. Now let's bring it down to Dr. CMC. Good to have you. Thank you so much for joining. Good evening to you also. Thank you for joining. We are the first to send a message today. People are just not sending message yet. So now let's now take it first. Let's look at it on the level of IPOB. I gave you information yesterday. I told you that IPOB is an organization that is already moving forward, already gone through different phases, already gone through different sessions and seasons. And so thank you so much, Ego. Good to have you. And good to see your message. Well done, dear brother. Thank you, dear my dear sister too. And IPOB has already gone through stages. That means there was a time we were building, recruiting ourselves, informing ourselves, and there's a time Mazi is preaching to orientate the people and to reorientate the people and to give the people information about what they should know and all of that. IPOB has gone through that process, oh my, I'm seeing your message. So now I'm not even seeing the message of that particular chaos. Also, maybe that person has been blocked before, so their messages are not appearing. So please, you guys should handle them for me. They are frogs, and they will always come here to exit and to express their frustration. Now, IPOB has gone through several stages, so that the stage we are in now is the stage of the dragon flag. Most of you don't understand this. It is not the stage of coming to organize a convention, a particular referendum convention, and begin to talk about the things you have been talking about in broadcasts for the past 2 years plus. The same things you have been mentioning in broadcasts are the same things that you are still talking about, you came to talk about in your convention. So what is the need of the convention? Party. That is the only reason. Because what you said, the things that were spoken during the convention were the same things that have been talked about several times in different broadcasts. So which means that the convention is only meant to bring your people, those who are following you as they are following you in all parts of the world where they are, to come together, and then you meet yourselves and lodge for 3 days, in hotels, have fun together. Some of you take, pair yourselves in hotels, carry the women, the men carry the women carry the men, and all those kind of things, have a good time together, eat. What else? The only thing is that you came together and you came and snap pictures, or came to showcase. That is showbiz now. Don't you see how the musicians and all of these do their showbiz? You dress well, you put on your suit, you set yourself very well, you put on a shoe, you prepare yourself very well, you come and showcase yourself, you come and snap pictures, you have selfies, you okay, sorry about that. I lost connection. A call was coming to my phone, so um, it's actually distorted. Let me send a message because it is an important call. Let me send a message. Uh, okay, so please, and, okay, so That is it. So, sorry, please let me just send a message. Uh, okay, sorry about that. That connection was lost because of the call that came in. So now, what's the only thing that happened was that people came from different parts of, Europe and America, and they met themselves and they snapped pictures and they took selfies. They did all together. They have not met themselves before. Some of them have not met themselves before, so they met and they now drank, ate, lodge in different hotels and pair themselves in hotels and have fun, and all of that. That's what happened. Nothing else. Someone could meet those ones, of course, he could meet the other ones, meet the ones they can meet, and everyone meet themselves, and then they just have fun about the way they want to have it. That's what happened. Everything that was said in that particular convention has been said over and over in broadcasts. I will make sure I bring down Nigeria. You have said it before in broadcast. I will do this. I will do that. We are the way Nigeria is killing us. They have been said over time. Ngozi came to say the same thing. The so-called chief of staff, that Nigeria is killing us. The same thing she keeps saying when you call her for interview in on a particular program. The same things line. She has a line, just one line. Unintellectual. Unintellectual. Get together party. Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. Get together. They just came together and had fun. That's all. So, what is the essence of that? Wasted that kind of money to hire that place they hired to organize the party to have fun. So they spent their money to have fun. That's all. That's all. Well, nothing else. So that convention was just a farce. It was just a means of trying to showcase. One, let me tell you the purpose of that: to show off, to make you feel that they can organize themselves and they're moving forward. Two, to showcase their portfolios. Those ones they call themselves officers. That is why they make sure that everyone who has a portfolio, the chief of staff and minister of finance, minister of this, to all of them for come together so that people will believe that yes, they have a formidable team. Three, to eat, enjoy, and have fun. That was the purpose of that. Four, to give you more confidence that the fundraising is needed to raise more funds. You know, you know, to raise more funds so that you would believe, to make you believe. Oh, sorry, let me put it this way: to make believe, so that the next time they call for fundraising, you would contribute money. I told you now, after the stuff, I've just shown you something now. I've just read something out to you, which Simon posted on his platform. He said, this Saturday, the liberation continues. I believe by now you have no reason not to support your own liberation from a terrorist, terrible, and evil entity called Nigeria. That means this time around, you have no reason not to contribute, come to fundraising. So the purpose of that program was for to make you believe that the fundraising is important. You must continue to contribute, because in that program they will now talk about so many things that they have been talking about before, but this time around they are going to meet themselves face to face to talk about them, and then so that you now think that yes, things are working, and then they will now showcase the hall they have hired, the suit they're wearing, and everything, and make you believe. Wow, you will now say, wow, it is real. There are people who we get people there inside this, and then you will now begin to give funds. The truth about it is that from the monies you contribute, they are building their businesses, their business empires, and all of that. Stipend is going to the people on ground. Let's say what you have contributing, about 10% is going to the people on ground. The young boys they are misleading on ground, and then those ones are managing the 10%. Every other money is going into them, and then maybe 20% is going into getting weapons, and then let's say the whooping 70% is going into their private businesses and all of that. That is an estimate I'm making anyways, or a projection of that, of what is going on. So he's telling you now that this Saturday there's going to be fundraising and all of that. Now you see, it is a means of creating, advertising the fundraising program. That was why they organized that program. Why would he suddenly begin to tell you now that now you have no reason to understand? Now you understand why you should contribute. Why is he saying so? Why is he saying so? After the program they organized just 2 days ago, we just finished 3 days ago. Why? Why is it that it is after the program, he's now putting this kind of text online. Don't you reason? Common sense. The reason for the program, one, is to impress you so that you can come to contribute more. You can make more money because that money they have spent, people contributed, people paid, people gave their donations, bought tickets, and all of that. And then they made profit from it. And that profit goes to their corpus. And then through that means of using the people to fund their stupidity, they still would make more money by misleading you or deceiving you to come contribute again on Saturday. So, and every Saturday they make all this fundraising. So the tactics here is use the people to deceive themselves and use the people who are in the team to manipulate the whole thing and use them to get the people who have not been gotten yet to come to contribute. So they use what they have to get what they want to get. They use the people who are working in their team, those ones who are morons, who don't understand what is happening. They are just there because of their own selfish ends. Now let me tell you this fundamentally. What is happening is this. Most of those people on those cabinets and those places working as minister of this, minister of that, are also desirous to occupy positions like that so they can do anything to remain in that position. People like Simon now capitalize on the gullibility of these people or the selfishness of those kinds of people to make money from them because they know that once you give them titles, they would want to fund, they want to sustain it. You can imagine somebody told that you are a chief of staff or what in Biafra land. It blow, the head go big. Wow, chief of staff, Biafra land, minister of finance, Biafra nation. Now so this thing just comes from my table like that, just like that. Minister of communication, minister of information. Wow. So now with that, they will do anything, including making sure that even if they know that this guy is a criminal, he's not giving accounts, they are not telling Biafrans what they're using the money for. They will not care. Let's just go on. We are moving forward. They have portfolio. And of course, people like Simon now know that they are glorying, and because of their selfish desires, they would always want to support him. He now capitalizes on their support to use them to also get more people into the fold. That is how it works. Because it's just like it's people who fall for 419. It is because of their selfishness. That's why they fall for 419. So the 419 here in this thing is that because of those people's selfishness, they see evil happening. They will not see anything because they want to remain as minister of this, minister of that, and minister of transport, minister of finance, minister of oil and gas, minister of keep funding him, because of that portfolio. They don't want to lose it. They just imagine the whole of Biafra land. Greed and selfishness. They are and they feel that they are minister of this in Biafra land. Wow. To sustain that desire and that selfishness, they keep funding Simon. They don't care whatever he's doing. They just keep funding him. Mountain on fire. How come I say mountain of fire? So, of course, mountain on fire. We have heard the story of the, that guy that always come to constitute nuisance on social media, and saying that general, he is that. Well, clearer, and we'll talk about. We're going to talk about it critically, but for now, the news is everywhere. So some of you have seen it on social media. So just continue. I don't understand that message. Anyways, so now let's go straight to the broadcast now, fully into the details of that broadcast. I've given you an intro of that issue I've talked about. Please, if you have any detail, anything you observe during and about that convention referendum, just drop it on the comment section so that people also can read your mind and know, that you are intelligent too. They know that you are deducing the facts from that stuff. Because we want to educate the e-frogs and the frustrated morons who are out there, who, because of their gullibility, they allow themselves to be deceived and keep getting deceived. I have told you people, and I'm still telling you people, if you don't know who to believe, The best way you can know who to believe is to see what they are doing. But if you still don't understand who to believe, what you need to do is to make sure that you just stay on your own. Don't join those their military arm or all of this stuff. Just stay on your own and observe until Mazi Nnamdi is out, and all of that. And then you can now join back. When Mazi Nnamdi is out, you will now be able to know, you know, when Mazi Nnamdi is out. I don't know. I don't know if you can hear me. It seems. Am I coming out? Okay, it's getting dark here. So when Mazi Nnamdi is out, you would now begin to come back and understand what is happening. But for now, if you don't know, just allow yourself to be safe by not joining, sponsoring them. Don't give them funds because they are stealing your money. You have to know that the money is being used. So before I go on critically, I want to play this Mazi Nnamdi's voice again so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Now listen.
Of yourselves? Are you not ashamed? But UNN has engineering department, electrical engineering, electrical and electrical. Uniport has it. Unibank has it. Everywhere. Electrical and electrical engineering. Whatever that rubbish is, I don't know. Electrical and electronics. The reason why they sent you to school to go and study electrical engineering is so that when you come out, there will be no more power shortage in the village. That's the reason why. So you don't know. Hey, hey, and all of you, 200 million idiots, complete morons. You are there. You're looking sheepishly like a bunch of white. In fact, a hyena is better than all of you. Why do I even? Can you manage my makeup? If I want to interact, that is why I don't go to parties. I don't do anything because the way we reason is laughable. If I want to interact with true Africans, I go to wildlife safari park. At least if I see a zebra, a chimpanzee, those are our true Africans. We can mingle together. Maybe I can understand them better. Because at least if they see danger, they can run. All of you see danger and you keep embracing it. Keep embracing it. Look at Imo State. How many people in Imo State? Over 5 million. Somebody came forth in an election. They pushed him to number 1. Everybody is just like this. Even some bishops want to go and congratulate him. Some people said, hey, don't touch him. Oh. He's our man. Hey, let's move him forward. These are black people. Very backward. Useless. When they kill in America, he said, it's racism. Racism. You are a fool. That's not like racism. They are killing you because of your natural stupidity. By nature, you are stupid as a black person. Do you have running water? Without maybe solar charger and generator, will you be watching me now? Are you not ashamed of yourselves? Are you not ashamed? But UNN has engineering department, electrical engineering, electrical and electricals, all are rubbish. Uniport has it. Unibank has it. Everywhere. Electrical and electrical engineering. Whatever that rubbish means, I don't know. No, electrical and electronics. But there is no light. The reason why they sent you to school to go and study electrical engineering is so that when you come out, there will be no more power shortage in the village. That's the reason why. So you don't know. Hey, Zoo alumni.
I think it's better this way now. Very better this way. Let me play it one more time, and then so that some of you will understand what he's talking about.
And all of you, 200 million idiots, complete morons. You are there. You're looking sheepishly like a bunch of white. In fact, a hyena is better than all of you. Why do I even? Can you manage my makeup? If I want to interact, that is why I don't go to parties. I don't do anything. Because the way we reason is laughable. If I want to interact with true Africans, I go to wildlife safari park. At least if I see a zebra, a chimpanzee, those are our true Africans. We can mingle together. Maybe I can understand them better.
Yes, I actually wanted to, I don't know why the video is not coming out. I wanted people to see, I wanted you guys to see the video and then be able to, see when him talking, you can understand the anger in him and to understand what is happening. Now, let's go on. I am going to say this again one more time to those of you who all you do is whenever you see them jump here, you want jump, then follow here, follow the crowd. You say if you can't beat them, you join them. I want to talk to those of you who believe in if you can't beat them, you join them. You don't join things because you can't beat them. And you don't join anything because you just see that people are joining. You must, that is why God gave everybody brains. Everybody brain. Everybody brain, which means I have a brain, you have a brain, each of us having a brain. You know why? God didn't give one person brain to think for other people. God gave everyone their brain to look at things critically. And as much as you have your brain, you also look at the criticalness of the next person who is having a brain, their actions, their behavior, and all of that. Then that will determine if what they are doing is right. So when you are told about a particular narrative and some things begin to happen along the line, why you are given brains is for you to reason and know why such is happening, or to read in between lines to understand what is happening. Simple as that. So when you find yourself in a situation that you don't understand what is happening and what is going on, don't allow your emotion to be the guiding factor or the direction or giving you direction on what to believe. For instance, the criticalness of the situation we're in now is that most people cannot look at what the things Mazi and Mekano have been talking about and then be able to use it as a means of judging what is happening now. It is a skill to be able to take up the experiences of yesterday, whether your direct experience or somebody else's experience. It is a skill to be able to pick up information and utilize that information in your current situation or in your present time or in the present time that you live in. It's a skill. It requires the ability to reason, intellectual capacity. You need intellectual ability that is formidable enough to pick up information, relate the information. Now, whenever you want to carry out some activity based on, things as crucial as freedom or things that affect your life, picking up information from the past or history or the things that have happened yesterday. When we talk about yesterday, we're talking about the past. Picking up the information from yesterday, relating it or juxtapositioning it with the information of today, the now information, and then be able and having the ability to deduce facts and analyze them, side by side, and getting the facts of how to behave today is very critical. That is why Mazi and Mekano was talking about morons not being able to use their brains. Now I'm going to play it again so you can see it. Now watch this. Now I'll play it one more time.
And all of you, 200 million idiots, complete morons. You are there. You're looking sheepishly like a bunch of. Why? In fact, a hyena is better than all of you. Why do I even? Can you manage my Meko? If I want to interact, that is why I don't go to parties. I don't do anything because the way we reason is laughable. If I want to interact with true Africans, I go to wildlife safari park. At least if I see a zebra, a chimpanzee, those are our true Africans. We can mingle together. Maybe I can understand them better. Because at least if they see danger, they can run. All of you see danger and you keep embracing it. Keep embracing it. Look at Imo State. How many people in Imo State? Somebody came forth in an election. They pushed him to number 1. Everybody's just like this. Congratulate him. Don't touch him. Oh. He's our man. Let's move him forward. These are black people, very backward, useless. When they kill in America, you say, it's racism. They are killing you because of your natural stupidity. By nature, stupid as a black person. Running water without maybe solar charger and generator. Will you be watching me now? Are you not ashamed of yourselves? Are you not ashamed? But UNN has engineering department, electrical engineering. Electrical and electricals, all are rubbish. Uniport has it. Uniben has it. Everywhere. Electrical and electrical engineering. Whatever that rubbish means, I don't know. No, electrical and electronics. But there is no light. The reason why they sent you to school to go and study electrical engineering is so that when you come out, there will be no more power shortage in the village. That's the reason why. So you don't know. Hey,
Yeah. Thank you for staying put and being part of this. Please, as you comment, like this video and share on all the social media platforms. Sorry, I'm very calm today, talking very calm because I am conscious of my environment. We are after security conscious. If they can do what they did to Mazi and Mekano, then it can happen to anybody. So we have to be very security conscious. So now let's go on. Let's go on. It's not making me really, say the things the way I want to say them, but I have to still say some stuff. Now, somebody said if you can't beat them, you join them. Our people are very stupid. You see what Mazi and Mekano said? Naturally stupid. So anytime they hear something, they just take it. On face value. Once they look at somebody hears, if you can't beat them, you join them. They don't understand context. When a statement is made, understand context. That is why somebody would just go and read in Bible and say, if somebody slap you, slap and don't slap. And they don't understand context. That Jesus said, when you are they strike on the cheek, show the other one, let them slap you again. Understand, go and read very well and go through all of scripture, then you will understand why he made that statement and the implication of that statement. That doesn't mean that whenever somebody comes and stabs you, you go give them the stab or they slap you, it's on your cheek slap. No, understand context. Somebody saying, well, if you can't beat them, you join them. How can you join them? That means you don't even understand what it means if you can't beat them, because that word, that statement, if you can't beat them, is what defines join them. So you must understand what you can't beat and the people you can't beat to be able to join them. That's what it means. So you must understand that beating them here means that it has everything to do with the value of the action and what the action entails, the details of the action, the positivity of the actions, and all of that. Not anybody just does. Now everybody is, talking about Peter Obi. You go and join them because they're talking about Peter Obi. Yeah, Peter Obi, so we join them. Is that not stupidity? Or they're talking about Atiku. You go and join them because you can't beat them. Oh, now Tinubu is the one in charge. Oh, so you just go and join him because he's here. That is where Mazi is saying that people like the one that is saying God is watching me now calls the Mazi can call such kinds of people stupid. That their stupidity is on the realm of the stench. Now let's go back to the issue of the stuff. Now I want to talk about the media side. First, I made you understand something yesterday, that a convention that is called referendum, especially with the level of IPOB, the level we have gone, the level IPOB has gone, known all over the nations of the world, recognized by the effort of Mazi Kanu, not by all this criminality going on, by the effort of Mazi Kanu. He has gone, he has visited many countries of the world, he has submitted letters, he has done so many things. You heard him when he said that he went to an office and then he went to a meeting where there are parliamentarians also, and then in that particular meeting when he mentioned Biafra, they started moving away, and all of that. So he has done so many things. The level IPOB has gone. If you want to conduct a referendum convention, it is to state the date, the timetable, and all of that. That is the level IPOB is in. It's not in the level of coming to repeat what you have been saying in your broadcasts. That's not what IPOB. Everybody who came to speak, they are still talking about the same thing, asking for money, asking you to support, and we have broken the padlock, we have broken the chain. Is it deliverance ministry? Is it a prophetic ministry? You guys just came for prophetic service and party, because all you came to do is prophetic. From today, we have broken the chains and the padlock that holds Biafra. Prophetic service. That is what was conducted. You conducted prophetic service, and they will shout, amen. He say, amen. He say, prophetic service. They went for prophetic service and to party, because the same things you have been saying. Is it not the same thing that in his broadcast he has been saying the chain that is holding Biafra is broken, the this is broken, holding Biafra is broken, saying the same thing. You now hold a referendum convention, and rather than give the people the date and the time and the timetable of what you are going to do, you now begin to give prophetic service. From today, the chain holding, and today the law, the charter has become law. The charter has become law. So at the level of being a charter, it's not law. It is now law. You see, you guys must begin to think critically and understand things in context so that you don't get deceived and manipulated and moved here and there and tossed here and there by every wind of doctrine that comes along your way. You have to be very, very smart and very, very intelligent. You have to be very, very smart and intelligent. Now, I told you yesterday, I said that for the level IPOB has gone, if you're going to organize such kind of program, one of the agenda is the timetable of the referendum, because that is the next phase. It is not to come and begin to dance and showcase yourself and tell I will end Nigeria. No, that is not what the convention is supposed to be for. It's supposed to give the timetable for the referendum and to tell your people, give them instructions of the next action they have that is going to be for the convention or the referendum, the next action, and what their responsibilities and roles in the convention based on the timing and the timetable that is available. That is what it's supposed to be. Two, you are supposed to have been able to get representatives from different nations that have come to terms with your notion or your objective, which means when you organize such kinds of program, Finland is supposed to be the first. The representatives or government representatives from Finland are supposed to be, or were supposed to be, in that program as an evidence that you have succeeded in getting them to align with you and to be your ally in this whole thing. And so, in this level now, at this point now, you now have them the government represented. The stuff happened in the country that you claim to be a citizen, and you claim to have served in the army, you claim to be blah blah, you claim to be so many, you claim to be a politician, you claim so many things, you claim to be a lawyer in that place, yet you couldn't bring a particular government representative, or you couldn't get the government there to be part of the program. Don't you see that you are being deceived? Hmm? Don't you observe that? Don't you see that they are doing you bobo? What was held was only a prophetic service. The same practice the so-called pastors, those criminal pastors, are carrying out everywhere to collect offering from people. That is what was done. He came to give you prophetic service. We have broken the chains and the padlock. Mountain of fire tactics. We have broken the chains and the padlock. And then you say, then after that, he now tells you, now you know that you have to contribute. That's what he has posted on Twitter. Now he's now telling you now that you have no reason again not to contribute based on what you have seen, the prophetic service. Based on the prophetic service, you have no reason not to contribute and to join in the fundraising. That's what he's telling you. Because he has learned the tactics of the Nigeria pastors or the criminal pastors all around. Because we know that they are genuine ones. So he's using that to now work on you. As someone who says he's a politician, no Finland politician came to that program. He claimed he was seeking for election one particular time and to be elected. Nobody in that level of politics came to a referendum convention from the nation he claims he has served in the army. Of course, we know he didn't serve in the army. It's normal when you get into a place, they put you in the army, and you go through a 1 year or so based on the nation, depending on the country. Not as if he's a fool, and all of that. But that's not our business. But he claimed he's a military personnel. He claimed he's a lawyer. He claimed he's a politician. Yet, no lawyers from the level of their bar association. None of them came. Talk about politics. None of them from the political side came. Talked about the military. None of them from the top hierarchy of the military came. Nobody's represented. Only Biafrans from all over the place, those morons who want to show off and who are happy about the portfolio of minister of this, minister of that was given to them, that came. And all they came to do is to eat and sleep together, have fun together and all of that. That's what they came for. And then come for the prophetic service where they were going to say, today we have broken the chains and the padlock. That is what they came for. That is what they came for. We have Barbara here too. Good to you're welcome. You're welcome. Those e-frogs. Thank you so much, Evangelist. Now, this is what the program was about, a prophetic service. The program was a prophetic service. It came to prophesy, we have broken the chains. The chains that hold Biafra is broken. The padlock has been broken. Prophetic service. That was what they at the other side now. Invitations who are supposed to be there. A referendum convention is supposed to have representatives of different nations come to as a sign that you have been able to conquer territories, as an evidence that you have been able to have allies. But all that had flags of different nations positioned, including America. Who came from America representing the American maybe one nation in America, or maybe a particular organization that is strong in America, even if it is not government. Maybe a non-governmental in America. That's an organization in Finland that has voice, that can lobby and say, my government of Finland, these people, this is what they're doing. Please, you have to be part of this. You couldn't even bring ordinary organizations. What does he know? According to Amaka, what does he know about freedom fighting? He just organized the referendum convention. It took you months to plan it. Yet, you couldn't bring ordinary organizations that a top organization in Finland, not even the government now, let's leave the government, or an organization in any other part where you all those flags you put there, you couldn't bring a reputable person from those nations that are in control of a particular organization that has influence to attend those programs. You only brought Ayabacho, who is also struggling like you, fighting for freedom. And Ayabacho there, of course, he has to come. He has to come. Ayabacho has to come because he's also seeking for freedom and he needs platforms where he's going to speak to give credence. Of course, he has been a supporter of Mazi and Khan, so anything that has to do with IGV and all that, he will come. When DOS invited him for the broadcast on Radio Biafra, he went. When Simon now invited him for this one, he also came. So it doesn't make any difference. We are talking about people who are outside there, who are not part of the team, who are not the ones fighting for freedom, who don't have anything to do with fighting. People who are established in their nations, organizations in different nations. You couldn't bring them to the program, not to even talk about the government of that program of those nations represented in the program. You don't have any. So what did you call that? Is it that you guys don't reason, or you guys just want to be stupid at all times? 2, media. Look at the whole thing. The only thing coverage that you had there was the media team that they had there. Those ones, Gaddafi is now in Azuka's camp. They have divided camp. Azuka has her own camp now. Gaddafi was suspended in Simon's camp because they are criminals. So criminals see criminals. So this one won't outsmart that one. So they have to suspend themselves. Gaddafi is in Azuka's camp now, and Raf and all of those ones who are humble criminals, humble servants of the criminal. They are here, and the Raf that said that Simon cloned an account, he has now joined him and screaming. Now they have now divided themselves. Now they couldn't even bring a media house. Let's not even talk about mainstream media, in America like CNN or BBC or any of this stuff. They couldn't even make any of those, or even the one in mainstream media in Finland. Let's say a private media house that would carry the news. They couldn't. Nothing was done. It wasn't brought. It wasn't brought. That's general. That's the general. That I'm not gonna say what is going on in Autopilot camp. General is missing. That's general. That is after they have succeeded in exposing the camp of Orji Innocent. That one now began to showcase himself because they have to take over the media. Their media. They want to showcase. He started showcasing himself. That one he doesn't even look like somebody. He just looks like a tout. He doesn't. When you see a military general come out, you know this is general. You understand. When you see someone, you people know what I'm talking about. But this one comes out. He has not even gotten to any level. They have started opening door of car for him to come out. So now he's missing. Well, let's hope that where he is, it is nice for him. And now what you see, the video they are showing now, showcasing everywhere, they show you. And they say they can't even come out in Owerri, Douglas Road, or Weldra, or that what's the name of this road, this major road that is leading to the military barracks. When Umuagbo area, going towards as if you are going to Port Harcourt or Igocha, not Port Harcourt. All those places, you go to, at least Douglas is major. All those match there, not staying in villages and come to their where you have more houses in the villages and play band and dance around and you say you're match. Go out, you are a military force. Now you are telling us now your place is no more in the bush. You are now military force. You are no more ESN that Mazi and Mekano kept in the bush. Now you are an army and you want to come out. When you are coming out as an army, you come out now, you take territories. You know what an army is? When an army is declared, look at your Cho. They have territory that conquered as army. That is how it is supposed to be done. Now, let's leave that one anyways. No media house, private media house in Finland came to that program to cover it and put it in their program. No one. There's one media, is it daily something that's as it's not as good now. Ngozi Araboze is always, partnering with one daily trust or so in the Zoom. That is where it was discussed, or one of them. I don't know whether, but the one of those. Now, no international media for a referendum convention of a nation as huge as Biafra, with over 120 million people. No media coverage from, you couldn't even lobby ordinary private media houses. You just showcase Raf and all those people come there to tell everybody that, me, I am this, the Minister of Communication or Minister of Information or all of that, all the stuff. You couldn't get private or public media platforms to come on there. The only people who are the only place where this thing is on social media. No major media house could, mainstream media could come there to do that stuff. What do you call that? What do you guys call that? We are talking about Biafra. You're talking about a referendum for Biafra. Are you insane? Referendum for Biafra nation? When you talk about referendum for Biafra nation, you are talking about a major program where the world, even if CNN refuse to play it, in fact, CNN must play it, because what has happened for you to organize that referendum convention? Because the referendum convention is supposed to be the day where you announce the timetable of how the referendum is going to hold, the details of how the referendum is going to hold. Not coming to tell us, coming to prophesy. Today we have broken the chains, and we have used hammer, spiritual hammer, to break the chains and broken the padlock that holds Biafra. No, they wouldn't need all that. That has been said over time. Mazi Nnamdi has said that several times too during broadcast. You didn't need to organize a referendum convention as you have organized to say all those stuff. Mazi Nnamdi said the chains are broken. The Biafra is here now. ESN being formed has already created, you know, ESN being created has already opened the door, based on the fact that Chukwuokike made it possible. Mazi Nnamdi said it. So the door for Biafra was open. It is now these criminals that have closed it. So all these shenanigans, unnecessary. I've not even gone to the issue of the $9 million stuff. I'm going to talk about that, maybe not today. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow or maybe on Wednesday, because we need to go seriously into that matter. Because we need to, our leader cannot be in the confines of the DSS. And some people are all around messing around, stealing from people. Anytime they want to do something, they use his picture to put his picture, and then they use it to steal from people. Well, we can't. It can't be. He cannot be used. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be used. Those of you who think that you are using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now to make money for yourselves, you better watch it, because it is coming back. It will backfire. And I'm warning those young boys and girls who are running around looking for, because they say if you can't beat them, you join them. So they want to join because they will be getting money. And like that, those people, that one that came to my post on Facebook to say I should face my lane, because I posted there that people should not mind the issue of this prime minister thing, because it's unnecessary. No need to talk about it, because he knows that the prime minister thing is within his crew, his rogue team. It has nothing to do with Biafra land. The prime minister thing, so don't bother yourself. Stop arguing the matter of prime minister with them. He's just doing it for his own team. Anybody could give themselves any title and all of that. And he came to my platform on Facebook to tell me I should face my lane. This is somebody who said he has joined the accountability group, who came to be part of accountability group because of the criminality of Simon, and he knows about the criminality. He has been talking about the criminality. He said so many things about the criminality. He even was supposed to be killed. He was supposed to be set up by Azuka, which we gave him the information. We told him, I haven't sent him a message, be careful, they are planning to kill you. Azuka is setting up. Azuka, of course, in conjunction with Simon, they are planning to kill you, and all of that. He now thinks that he's going to make money out of it. Now he's coming to tell you that he's going to deliver Abia State to Autopilot, or about to Autopilot. He's coming to tell me to face my lane. Look at double standard. Some of you are just there because you are looking for the camp that is happening so that you make money. You think you will succeed? You think you will succeed? You will not succeed. To your fourth generation, once you take money that belongs to Biafra and eat, or you steal from Biafra, or because of that, that is why you came to steal money, just get ready. Because to your fourth generation, the repercussion will be on you. That's the truth. So those of you who just jump, you want to go here and go here and go here, and all of you, anywhere it is happening, if you can't beat them, you join them. Like that so-called Anne. We know that people who are called Anne should have sense. There's one Anna in the Bible. Let me not talk about you anyways, because I'm giving you relevance here. They are looking for attention. Good. Thank you so much. I don't like mentioning their names here, but you guys can post their names here so that they will know. Criminals everywhere looking for attention. How much? How much is the money? You think you are going to, because you are so broke, you want to dupe Biafra, or you want to make money from Biafra. So if I, as I did now, in spite of the intelligence God don't give me and all of that, I cannot just work on myself, build myself, and grow myself to make money for myself. I want to use Biafra that God called Mazi and gave him a mandate to restore, and I'll use that Biafra to go and steal money. Mike, you say you want to, okay, no problem. You want to ask me questions, no problem. I'm going to display the number here. I'm going to display the number. Just send me a message. When you send me a message, I'm going to, because you might not be able to reach me, through this number. Just send a message on this number on the screen. Once you send the message, and then I'll now call you through the number. Once I see them, send a message to that number. The number is on the screen, +212 707 898 194, +212 707 You think you want to make money from the blood of Biafrans? Some of you don't. Somebody is stealing, and all these guys are stealing. So you too want to come to steal. I want to warn you guys, those of you who are thinking of, if you don't beat them, you join them, and you're looking for where it is happening, because you need to have some money. You need to have some money. You want to make some money. You want to eat your after all. It's Biafra money. Is it not Biafra? And that's the excuse most of them give. It's not. It's Biafra money now. It's Biafra money now. Because the truth here is, I want to assure you that if you came into this thing because to steal from people, look at Azuka and Simon, look at Erewa, Azuka, Simon, and all those people. They have made enough money in the other one they call Azuki and all of that. They have made money. They are living large. But I tell you, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. You can't suck the blood of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or suck the blood of Biafrans and go free. I keep saying it. Unless Chukwuki is not alive. You can't. You can't. Why, in spite of the intelligence God has given to you, go and get normal job to do now, or create something to do and make money for yourself? Why is it that it is the blood of the people that you want to suck? Why? Look at what they organized and called Referendum Convention. I was waiting for a particular, I was thinking that all this while they were waiting, telling you that the convention is going to hold, they fixed the date so far from that July, they started announcing it. I think July or June or June also, they started announcing it, or July, that they are doing it in October. That by now they would have lobbied and set and put their house in order. Everything about them is manipulation, deceit, and they call it propaganda. You people think that it is all these lies you're telling, and you keep giving it a brand name of propaganda, branding it with the name propaganda. You think you're going to go scot-free? You're going to go scot-free? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu labored, formed ESN, launched it, thought this is now set. Everybody now come on board. Let's take action. And what you people could do is to sell him. And then when you sell him, you now capitalize on the situation, brand some stuff, make a name for yourselves, and keep using his name. How dare you? How dare you give yourself titles when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the dungeon? Don't you people have conscience? And you are supporting them. You don't know you're an accomplice. Even if you are not part of eating the money, as long as you are hailing them and supporting them, you would suffer. You will be part of the suffering. Even if you are not getting one penny from it. As long as you keep hailing them, those who hail and support criminality are going to suffer the same consequences. So your own is even worse because you didn't even enjoy the money. You didn't enjoy the money. And yet you're going to suffer the same thing they're going to suffer. And those of you who are thinking of joining that so-called Biafra Liberation Army, that is not the army of Biafra. The army of Biafra will be raised by Mazi Namikano. He said it himself. He said he will raise the army, and that army will come from, as long as ESN has been set, the army will come even from, it will birth it from ESN. That's what Mazi Namikano said. He didn't say they will destroy ESN to get Biafra army. No, he didn't say that ESN will be scattered for Biafra army to come. How come these people scatter ESN, then begin to create army? Ask yourself that question. But what Mazi Namikano said, that ESN has come to stay, and their job is specific. When the time comes for the army, it is well defined. It is going to be birthed out of ESN. It's going to come out of the bosom of ESN. That means from the works ESN is doing and is still doing, the army will come out of it, and then the army will now take it further. Mazi Namikano never said that the ESN he created must scatter. Then there was no need creating it. So for anybody to come to scatter ESN and set up his own program and call it Biafra Liberation Army, you should know that person is an anti-Biafra. Anti-Biafra, not Biafra. Anti-Biafra. That means that person is a criminal. That person has rebelled against Mazi Namikano, rebelled against Biafra Nation, and committed treason against Mazi Namikano. Because you first give yourself titles, and then a partner that Mazi Namikano has, Oji, innocent. It's also Mazi Namikano has already brought all of them together. All of them together, including the coastal region, brought everybody together. Mazi Namikano brought everybody together. Suddenly they came in, they scattered it, they destroyed ESN. Oji, they set him up, his camp is invaded. And then they now set their own structure, and then now position their own man, start calling him general. That one self when they do like let's we don't arrive. Can they move everywhere? General. He is general. You don't arrive. Things can also be. The things can also just be. Everything just cool. Coming to social media, bragging, making announcements, talking, and when he talks, he uses Mazi Namikano and any console as his he has his baits to drag the people, to drag you and deceive you. And then now Simon has finished the so-called party and the prophetic service that he did in Finland. Prophetic service called Liberation, called a referendum program. After the prophetic service, now he's now telling you that there will be fundraising on Saturday. Now you know the reason. He's now telling you now that now you now know that you must fund your liberation. So why organize a prophetic service and showcase yourselves and all of that, and then now begin to tell the people now that it is now time to give more funds? Why? That tells you that the purpose of that program is to make you believe that you are on the right track with them. So it is time to give more money. Has he given you account of the initial money? No. He collected money to stop election. Has he given you account of what he used the money to do? Because the election is over and 200 and something days gone by since the last 150 days he was counted. Has he given you account so far since he couldn't stop the election? Has he given you account? It's okay. To the point where I said I'm going to stop the election and I couldn't stop the election, this is what the monies were used for. Did he tell you anything? No. Did Azuka tell you anything? No. They kept, in fact, they threatened you and said, don't call them if you don't give money. Azuka came on before the election time, February 14th also, and said that the program, why she came for that meeting, the 1,000 crew for fundraising, the 1,000 man or so. She said the reason why she came for that meeting is not to come and so anybody come and ask her what the money is being used for or account or any of that. We have people like Azuke, the financial team. They're going to do all of that, and she's the one controlling the money. I tell you that they have all she has come to is to tell you to give more. Those ones who are giving 200, give 500. Those who are giving 100, give 200. Those who are giving 500, give 1,000. Those 500, 5,000, 1,000, give 2,000. Just increase it because that election will be stopped. And once that election is stopped, Biafra will come this year. That is the program. That is the whole narrative. And you kept giving, and you kept giving, and you kept giving, and the election came, and the election was conducted. No confrontation. Not even one part of Biafra to say that, okay, they tried to stop the election there. No. Everything on Biafra just flowed. No, all the people, all the arms that he claimed he bought, all the things he said, the equipment and everything he said that is in place. Is it that you guys are stupid or what? He said everything is in place. Even on the advisory board, he told us that every equipment have been bought. They have bought the weapons, they have bought everything. It was only RPG, GPMG also then that he said he wanted. And then the money was given to him to buy 5 also. According to him, he said he wanted to. The board said, you can buy 5. And money was given to him to buy. But every other thing, he said the men are ready. The men are ready. The men have been funded. The men have been given the equipment. They have the AK-47 and all the equipment they need. Rocket launchers and everything. They have everything ready to stop the election. We never saw one bullet shot. So those money you contributed, where are they? Till today, now they have done a mega party. And they have told you now that come and give more funds because of that party. Because we organized the party. So you have to come give more funds. Do you reason? Or you don't reason? No media outlet for a mega program called Referendum Convention. We are not starters. IPOB is not a starter. IPOB have been in this business and referendum have been talked about over and over. So which means that the people know about all those announcements you made in that place. People have been hearing it in broadcasts. All those things you said, Nigeria will end and all that. Mazi and Kano have said them several times. You now came and you now started saying your own after you now say it, and you kept saying it. Now you now organized a program, spent that kind of money of the people, and you came to still say the same things you have been saying all these years, and the same things Mazi and Kano have said over and over. Is that not stupidity? That alone should make you understand that the purpose of that program is just to make believe. 2, to make you give more funds. 3, to show off and to have something recorded that something like this. You remember he has told you several times that he wants to make history. So all these things will be in the archives, to be on social media. So even after now, people will play it tomorrow. There was a time this guy did this. Because he wants to make a name. It is about his name. It is about making a name for himself. Fame. And all of them on that platform, it's about fame. That's what they are there for. Fame, fame, fame. Everybody wants to showcase. Want to showcase themselves. Oh, na me do am. Yes, na me. Now we they do am. Now we be the people. We are the men. The men them. Now we now. Now we they. Now we in charge. So whenever they hear Mazi and Kano's court case, or whenever they remember that they have been talking about Biafra and talking about their things for a long time, and they have not mentioned Mazi and Kano, suddenly you now hear them say, if you don't release Mazi and Kano, we are going to all the threats, including the ones that say if the court does not, the last court case, didn't you see all the threats? If the court does not do this, we are going to do this. Because they felt they were thinking that the court was going to give a verdict. So since it didn't work, they now pretend they have forgotten that. They continue with other distractions. Now I told you guys the other time, I said from the day that program stops, or from the day that program started, all you'll be seeing now is pictures and pictures and pictures on social media. They will be bringing different pictures to you. What are you saying now? They buy band. They gather some young youths that look at their marching. You will know that these guys they are not even trained. They gather guys. How many guys do you see have weapons in the group of people that are playing band on the road and marching? Their march steps, their marching is so odd. Some nursery school children marching. This one hand is flinging the other way. The other one hand is flinging the other way. Not coordinated. That means they just gather them. They sew uniforms. Just give them so that they will have a crowd of people on the road. And where they were marching is all this called a village. Where village you have a community, then you have the town of where you would have houses and few people around. You now go to that kind of place and now begin to march and play band to make it look like, hey, we are in the community. And co have been saying that we're doing all these things in remote places. Let's showcase and let's tell them that we are doing it in communities, in towns now. Go to Upper Weka. Go to any expressway. Go to any group of Iguacha expressway. Go to Abba Center. Go to close to the government house. Go to close to a barracks. Go to the streets, the major places, the towns, the capitals of these places, Imo State, Abia, and all those places, and do your march past. Go there and do your march past. Don't go to the most developed place in one remote community. No, that's not what every community have one developed. My community also have one developed place where if you go there, you see more houses. You think it's one kind of township with houses and all of that. And my house is close to that kind of community. So if people do march past now, move around, and then march, the eating band, they'll say, put Biafra flag, they'll say, wow, water. And you drive your vehicles around those places. Now, the so-called general, whom they blackmail, whom they exposed urging because of him, the so-called general now, he knows what is people. We already know what is happening. So that's one. He was busy showcasing himself. Now let's watch. Let's keep going. We'll keep hearing the stories. Keep understanding what's happening. Sometimes I just restrict myself from saying some things because, we just have to. We just want to stay focused on. We're not thinking of anybody's downfall, but definitely, if you put yourself on the way of the spirit of Biafra, you're going to go for it. We don't go after people's lives. We don't attack people. We say the truth, and that's what we do. So for the issue of the 9 million, and of course more, we're going to discuss more on this topic, and then but next, by tomorrow or next, when I come for broadcasts, I would begin with the $9 million that that Mazi and Mkanu was sold for, that money, and other details regarding that. I will begin with that so that we can be able to have a better understanding of what is going on and how people are cashing in, and making some stuff for themselves, cashing out with the situation that's on ground, yes, Barbara, that's true. Money for CC, the cameras, the contributions that was made when Maureen and became or Maureen and Co established a particular platform, and then for the contributions for the transmitters, for Biafra radio, for radio stuff, radio transmitters. Where are all the monies? Do you have record? Were you given any? Do you hear of any place? Even at that time, I was saying that this radio stuff must go everywhere. We must make sure they say, yes, that is part of the plan. The transmitters they are buying them, they are putting them, they are put here, they are put there, they are put there. The same thing he was accusing the DOS of, saying that they move transmitters from one place to the other. That's what they started doing. He said, oh, we have a transmitter now. People contributed. Some people even volunteered to buy one transmitter for a particular area. Where are all of them? Where are all of them? Most of your monies have been invested on Enter Biafra to build it to the capacity where you'll be making maximum money. Do you know the kind of money that's being made on Enter Biafra? Because it has been built to capacity level, where he will no more be sharing money with YouTube and other places. That is why he manipulated all of you to say YouTube has done this, YouTube has done that, and he went off YouTube to set up his platform so that you will come to his platform to watch. All the monies will be going to his platform. There's nothing wrong with that, but using the money of the people is what is my concern. There's nothing wrong with building your platform and making it grand. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. But when your intentions are wrong, using the monies of the people corruptly, then that is when you are doing something wrong. That's when you are a criminal. I want to appreciate you guys for being here today. I just have to Um, I'm still out. I need to go home. It's already late, So I just finished what I'm doing and decided to prepare myself for the broadcast because I cannot get home before I do that. So I have to do it where I am, so that um, I don't. As long as I've said I'm going to broadcast today, I have to do it. Tomorrow is going to be more explosive. Share this program on all your social media platforms. Like the video first, and then also subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to grow. We're going to grow. We're going to improve. We're going to grow. So I want to thank you guys, every one of you who are standing on the path of truth. Also the e-frogs that are, venting their frustration, pouring out their frustration in the comment section. Ekushel, according to Yorubas. Dalo, well done. You know, and I want to thank my comrades who have spoken well on the comment section and also elaborating on the things I'm saying and posting some information that you need to know. You can read the comments, very powerful. And of course, let me post the number again. I think the guy has gotten the number. So if you have gotten the number, you can now, I think you have gotten the number. The guy who said he's going to call. So I think you have gotten the number. Let me check it out and post it again. So this is the number. Just post the message you want to post on this number, or send me a message and say you're the one who talked about asking me questions. So good to, I would like to entertain your questions. Any question at all, ask me. If you want to ask, I'm ready to answer the questions, And please be ready to reason constructively. Don't ask questions from a mindset that has been made up. Don't ask questions that are with a mindset that have been made up. No. If you come with a mindset that have been made up, you will not get any information. You will just be arguing. So it's better you open your mind to learn and to understand. That's just it. So thank you all. I appreciate you guys. Please, as Ego have said, like the broadcast. Please like the video, like it, and share on all the social media platforms. Everywhere. Let it go viral everywhere. Let people hear these messages, because people must understand all of this. And the issue of the 9 million, we're going to talk about it tomorrow or Wednesday. Today is Monday, 23rd of October 2023, and of course it is 20 minutes, about 20 minutes to 7 Biafra time right now. And of course you can relate that to your local time. Thank you all. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys as always. God bless you. Very good.